Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. This week we are looking at the seminal Sam Raimi film, The Army of Darkness, the third film in the Evil Dead trilogy, although Evil Dead 2 is just a remake of Evil Dead 1. So, before we start our introductions this week, much like the Necronomicon itself, I found this bit of unearthed film, which is supposed to work this week, vice last week, and let's take a look at it, shall we?
So, tell us about yourself.
My name is
syphilis, Roman.
I like long walks, slow jazz, the reading list that Oprah recommends.
And you're a zombie.
And yeah, I'm a zombie.
How did you become a zombie?
Well, you see, I was dating this girl, and she liked to take spooky walks through the cemetery, and we saw a kind of gray gentleman. I was like, "Ooh, he's gonna get you," and then he bit my arm, and I died.
So, how you deal with the smell, though?
What smell?
I understand you eat brains.
You see, this is the same stereotypical bullshit that I have to deal with on a daily basis. This interview is over.
Sir, are you ready?
We may begin.
So, I understand you're a vampire frog?
I prefer the term vamphibian.
Fuck this, I'm done.
Surely the answer to the question. Surely the answer to the question, how does he smell, would be, I use my nose.
And that is what happens when you eat rabbits infected with
Syphilis.
Syphilis. Oh,
It's
syphilis.
true, it's true.
Syphilis.
So that's
Was it the Wuhan?
Wait, what? There's no wait.
I was just saying, was
Can't
it
hear you. I can't
Wuhan?
hear you. La 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 la.
Yeah, there was no gain of function. There was no bats involved.
Hey, is that a spider behind you, Roman?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Spider.
Is that a spider behind you there, Roman?
That's not funny. No spiders this week. No spiders this week.
No, that's not funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you wouldn't see it anyway because they've learned to paint themselves green, so we don't see it coming.
That's true. Then I would not see it. It was the scampering across the desk like a golf ball with legs that had
It's
me
the rare
concerned.
California ninja widow, you know.
So let's go around and do our intros here. So next to me, as always, my partner here on the channel. He is my wingman. He stopped me from carpet bombing Transylvania because everyone was already dead. He is Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome, my friend. How are you this week?
Oh, I'm great. And also Joshua McDonald is here.
Hey.
So yeah, doing good. This is a great movie. Lots of fun. It is, for me, it is not anywhere close to being a horror movie. It is definitely a comedy. And it's a great movie. It's got so many quotable lines. It's what movies should be. I don't know if you couldn't make this movie today. Well, you could, but you couldn't do half the stuff they do in it. So
agreed.
Which was why it's awesome. So anyway, happy to be here. Hail to the chat, and great being on the panel with everybody. Klaatu Verada Matto. I basically said words.
Did you say that?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. He is the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is Joker voice. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I got out of Arkham because this movie's just crazier than I am. And noticeably, someone is missing here. So, in honor of my scissor sister, that's for you, Untamed Mando. But let's get on with this fun film. And it is fun.
So Mando was not feeling great tonight. So Mando, we hope you feel better. Oh, and we do miss you.
Scissors in the Mando.
Did she read from the Book of the Dead by any chance?
She may have read from the Book of the Dead.
That
Or
explains.
Which one, though? Which one?
Yeah.
There are only
There's three.
He uses music from the past to save the future. He is that 70s rock fan. Welcome back, my friend.
Well,
How
thank
are
you.
It's been a minute.
Very well, but thank you for having me again, as the actress said to the bishop. And I'm just here for the sugar, really. I'm just here for the sugar.
Sugar.
Give me some sugar.
Give me the sugar. Yeah, this is great. One of the greatest movies ever made. So what can you say?
It is a lot of
awesome.
fun, and we'll jump into this thing. But man, if now I'm of an age, and I many of the panel, not all the panel are. When we saw Evil Dead, and then we got to see this, and wow, what a kind of level up, so to speak. It was a very different vibe going into this movie.
Yeah, and I like it better. I like it leaning into the comedic side more. I like this.
Yeah, because this one did take because Evil Dead was not a comedy. It had no comedic elements. Evil Dead 2 literally like that much. But then this one really opened the doors and just said, you know what? Look, let's do something weird.
Yeah, and as Sam Raimi would say, screw. I won't say the other word. Screw continuity. You know.
Well, each
that's
movie
all 4 films. Yeah.
seemed to ramp up the shenanigans as it went. The more slapstick kind of stuff.
The opening of Evil Dead 2 was a retcon of Evil Dead 1 because they wanted loosely the events to occur, but they wanted to get rid of the tree graping scene. You know, if you all remember the first movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those characters never made it to the mountain.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Never trust a plant.
Yeah, you never trust a plant.
I know.
Stupid vegans.
You know, and then they had to do
Swamp Thing's an asshole.
Did Army of Darkness because it was a different company ownership, so to speak.
Yep.
So there's things they couldn't use.
And creatively, the original plan was for Army of Darkness, this story, to be the second film. But the studio wouldn't sign off on going back in time. Yeah,
sort of. The original studio was going to do this as Evil Dead 2, but then they dropped the film, and then Stephen King loved the first film so much he got Dino De Laurentiis to pick it up, and De Laurentiis was like, "Hey, we need to do what the like the first one. No time travel yet." Like, you know, so that's when this happened. But he set the third film up with the ending. So
there's no way that was a stereotypical accent. No way.
I'm an Italian American. I'm allowed to stereotype.
We can do all the dumb shit we want. It works.
Yeah.
He is the man that knows all the things about all the things. He is Klaatu Barada Metza.
I am prepared for deadites and spiders. This will work on both.
You've doomed us all, fancy pants. I'm just sitting here.
Welcome, my friend. How are you this week?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here pulling on my chin.
Glad you said chin.
Yes.
Say it twice.
Let's all try that.
No.
Is it chiseled, your chin, though? Is your chin chiseled?
Oh, it is chiseled. It is chiseled.
He is the meme master of the interwebs, using his power for good instead of evil. He is Ash Jacob Ironside. Welcome to the show, buddy. How are you?
I am good.
How are the raccoons?
Sorry. There's none around right now.
All right, we will just take that in stride. We'll do our best with it. We'll hope for the best. The red-headed giant in the land of the rising sun. He is the Jinja Ninja, our good friend James Harris. Art be damned. Do your thing, James. How are you, my friend?
Doing fine. I appreciate you again having me on here to talk about this awesome movie, which I've seen several times. It gets better every single time I watch it. But we talked about me doing some art tonight while we were discussing the movie. But I wish I could, but I've hurt my right hand. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do artwork today. There's just a little problem with it.
And the props are out. Yes.
So I don't know if this is going to work or not.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry, sorry, Joshua.
Groovy.
I hesitated because I was like, I want to say it, but should I say it? Because it's when he has his other arm, and I was like, I don't want people to be like, oh, it's wrong moment, you chud.
It's a good thing you're not
I'll take the wrong moment every time.
Oh God.
Oh, it's back.
Nice, well done.
That's
Well
like
played.
that.
I just think
There
it
we
was
go.
a shame he
No,
didn't have the
you're the
range of
other Ash
attachments
now.
that Dr. Clan had in the Fistful of Yen, because he had some really interesting attachments.
I was gonna plug it in and actually do the run thing, but I just saw that just going completely downhill.
Plug it in.
Well,
Yeah,
so-
lose
You know, we
the
could
limb.
get
Of course
some
it
real
would
good
be
views
electric.
on that, though.
we could
Man
watch you
saw a
slice.
shoulder off while
That could have been a
You see
YouTube
spurs
first.
of
Watch you
blood all
slice
over
your
the
own
place.
head off live on YouTube. Yeah.
Just look
this
at
would have
me.
made that Irene
Maybe they would
thing look like
monetize me
nothing.
dead.
Yeah.
Just look what happens when you start playing with chainsaws. Okay, I've cut my own
Just-
head off.
and-
Roman's podcast trends nationwide. YouTube.
And all it cost was a Jinja's life. That's all
Yep.
it cost.
You know,
But at least it would be eco-friendly.
We can rebuild him.
We're all being interviewed on like national. Like, what was it like when you saw that guy cut his own head off with a chainsaw?
I laughed.
You know,
I like
was-
it.
it was
Make
odd.
YouTube great
we don't
again.
It's
usually have that on our
hilarious.
show.
Micah.
Do you normally have that on the show? No, that was peculiar.
The funny thing was, he missed his beard.
It's CGI'd.
Oh God. Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the corn. Popped by culture goes Josh McDonald when he talks about the Necronomicon. Welcome, Josh. How are you? How's
What's
your
up,
audio
what's up?
tonight? Everything working?
I
Everything
think
last night?
Yeah, no, I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
what happened last night. Zach's forgot to send the link, so
That was number one.
Oh gosh. So then I go in and I get into the studio. I'm like, wait a second, I can't hear anything. So I'm checking, and it's like the settings are right. So I was like, let me jump back out, and then I jump back in, and it's still bad. So I was like, I got to completely close out. So I closed out, then went back in, and finally we were.
I felt bad. I'm like, oh dear God, Josh.
I'm just like
in YouTube limbo.
And then I immediately got in, and I could tell Zach's voice was going out, and I just wanted to be like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you right now? Are you sick? And I'm like, we're 10 minutes into a stream. I can't do this. But I just want to clarify, even though I'm an asshole that's always late to Roman streams, I'm never late to other people's streams because they start later. But
it's true. It's true. I know. We're dealing with Pacific Standard here. I apologize to everyone.
you're good.
What are
At
you
the
gonna
proper time.
Yeah, I was going to say it's really the only civilized time because
Right.
everybody else is
that's when I have to work
Yeah.
with. Otherwise, we're going on at 8:00, which no one else can be on because it's like midnight. Everybody else is.
It's the
time,
only
so I
thing
don't
that
know.
they haven't screwed up in California yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, but
Give it
they're
time.
working on it. They're working
Yeah, I
on
would
it.
say give it time.
They're going to
Although,
introduce
yes.
universal time or something in California. Equitable time.
I hate
More
California
equitable.
time. Of course, I hate everything else about California as well, except for the weather and the Mexican food.
Just give it 6 months to a year, and you're gonna have time as a spectrum. So
That's right.
it's whatever you want time to be.
Who are
I
you?
suffer
Get
from
me out of here.
time
Get me out.
blindness.
Get me out. Get me out.
But the way
Time
criminals and homeless are acting in California, it's like they actually did read from the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
They may have. That's actually most of our major cities. So
Speaking
His
of
beard.
California, sorry
Oh,
to interrupt you, Roman. I heard a great joke by Eric Idle today. He's talking
Oh.
it was years ago, but he's talking about a previous actor strike. He said, yeah, welcome to Hollywood, the only place where the unemployed go on strike. I thought, how appropriate for California.
Very.
he's not wrong.
Anyway.
Maybe they should give them all syphilis. It'll end their strike.
Good
Good night, folks.
Too late. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Some of them might already have it.
yeah. So I was going to say, give. So-
His beard once harbored the Necronomicon for 17 years. He is the beard. Wait, what is that? The bald? Does that say bald werewolf of liberty?
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What can I say? We're coming up on a full
show,
moon.
my friend.
I'm going through some
very good.
changes.
All
What can I say?
Wow. All right.
So you battle a tree this week. You've had a busy week.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a week of sorts. We'll put it that way. And this was a great way to spend some time today because it's been forever since I've seen this film. And let's just be honest, it is a live-action cartoon, and I love it.
I think Jinja's been assaulted by a spider or something.
Are you trying to set up your camera there, James?
Oh, I think he's going to draw for us.
I am.
Just kind of go with it. Just go with it. You'll just experience James as he goes through the evening here.
You're watching art. You're watching art.
He's going to be doing art
in
while we're
real
doing
time.
The show. So that's
In real
more
time.
than we usually get out of the show, folks.
We'll get to
Let's
see
not
the
kid
blood
ourselves.
splatter all over that paper.
Oh yeah.
So let's
chainsaw
and say hello to the chat tonight. We have the Peter Venkman fan site. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Our good friend Jana Banana. Hey, welcome. And I hope you and my tiny roommate are doing well. My good friend Tom from Tom's Tinkering and Adventures is here. And many of you have gotten to meet Tom in the real world. Tom is a great dude. Klaatu, Barata, Bobby Wold.
What's up, Bobby?
Bruce Kane had his teeth knocked out on Evil Dead by cameraman that tripped it. Really? I had not heard that. Matt?
I've heard that, but I don't know if it's true.
Okay, fair enough. Matt is the guy I go to immediately if I am not sure if that is a true thing. Wookie Be Bad, welcome to the show. Like you're smashing this drink. He's not wrong. I too am actually drinking this evening. I'm supposed to be on a drinking hiatus. And I failed. I know. So Melvin Deeply doing one of the great quotes. Well, I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit, and Jack left town. A great quote from this film. That's one of my personal favorites.
To put that in perspective, by the way, what the rumor, the budget on the first two films was so low, Bruce Campbell was doing most of his own stunts. And he reportedly got hurt quite a bit.
Can imagine.
Accepted. All right, well, friends, let us dive.
In the first one, they threw him through at least 3 bookcases. Like you could see that they don't even cut the camera; they just fling him through 3 bookcases.
Well, that's what you get. I mean, he paid for part of that. He mortgaged his fucking house or something. He's
been in with
put
Raimi
a lot of money into this movie, into the original Evil Dead stuff.
Yeah.
And let me go over a couple numbers here before we get going here. So this movie had a budget of $11 million. I mean, that's not a ton by today's standards.
That's not a ton to buy that standard.
It also didn't make a lot of money though. It made like 11.5 domestically, and then 22 or 21.5 globally. It's fine. These niche films are for nerds like us.
A little bit.
You know, but I'm sure kind of post market though.
Cult
Gang
a lot of money
Gangbusters
with video rentals and
movies
like Highlander. Highlander was a fucking flop in the theaters.
Here, that was a
Blade
flop
Runner
here.
was a flop in theaters. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
But you know, nerds like us find these things and we're like, dude, did you see that fucking movie? And then it's magic. So anyway, so let's get rolling.
They never made a sequel either. It's a shame. Highlander deserved a sequel. They never made one.
Oh, Highlander.
Right.
There is only one Highlander film.
You
If
saw
you see a number behind it, run from it immediately.
There can be only one.
The only problem with that logic
better
is
to burn out than fade away.
If you judge, if you don't accept those films, you have nothing to judge abysmal films by.
That's true.
Well, that is true.
Damn you and your logic.
Who knew that line? Who knew that line?
This movie starts with this heavy music. Dun dun. And
Yes,
you get
and
Ash's
completely
narrative.
ignoring the continuity of the ending of the second movie, but never mind.
Yeah. You don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Dino De Laurentiis Communications presents, and you get my name is Ash, and I am a slave.
Oh, look at this. There's Jinja.
That is the Jinja Ninja is actually there you go. His forefathers.
Oh, there I am. Yeah.
Why did they even bother putting the stump in there?
Right.
Dad.
The stub is in the stocks.
Well, that's the part of the movie. And you just see that and you're like, this doesn't make any sense, but you just go with it.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like, it didn't always used to be like
that he had to hold it up. He needed to hold the stock. That's why his hand was there. He had to carry. Remember, he had to carry that. It's
the year 1300, and then he flashes back. It didn't used to always be like this. And now he's back.
Shop smart.
That's smart.
That's smart.
Housewares.
Look at that chin.
That's over in aisle 5. I used to have a girlfriend.
Who's that girlfriend?
That is Bridget
Fonda.
Yeah. They got a weird cameo from Bridget Fonda, who was quite a big name at this time.
Yeah, another Linda,
movie, which is hilarious.
She's a Linda.
Lots
of Lindas.
One of the three of them.
So what I like about this movie, though, it gives you, if you've never seen the other two,
right,
you get just enough in this beginning that you really don't need to see him. He's working at S-Mart. He has a girlfriend. They go to the cabin in the woods.
Again.
Cabin in the woods.
There's the car.
What could possibly go wrong?
That's right. Is this a recap of a rebooted remake recap, or what is it? You know, because
I'm
like
not
a recap of a recap of a
what
recap.
We would call that. And they go to the cabin, and they discover the Book of the Dead.
Yeah, of course they do.
And they read incantation.
Bound in flesh. Bound in flesh.
Human
written
blood.
in blood.
Flesh.
And then it awakens something in the woods, and you get that great Sam Raimi shot with the thing just racing down, camera running through the woods, and then boom into Linda.
I like how the cabin gets better appointed in each movie. There's more stuff in it.
It's technically it's a different cabin in every film.
And then
came back.
It came back and hit Ash and made his hand go bad.
The head went bad.
Yeah, my right hand's gone bad a couple times before too.
So,
and by the way, that scene in like that 30-second scene in the second one, Now Who's Laughing, it's my all-time short favorite scene in any movie ever.
Really?
Yeah, all time.
That's right. Mocking his own.
Now Who's Laughing?
And then a vortex opens and starts swallowing everything up, which is really weird and unexpected.
I don't remember the movie it's
actually
from.
had.
That's a reused effect. That's a reused effect from another movie, but I don't remember the movie it's from.
Really?
Time tunnel or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Time Bandits.
No, not Time Bandits.
It was used a lot.
Actually, I like Peter.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, no, it's specifically a reuse.
It looks
it's not like
it's
not a
Final
duplicated
Countdown?
effect. It's a reuse. They specifically reused that film.
Is it Final Countdown when the ship goes back?
It kind of looks like.
Oh,
Final
I bet
Countdown,
it is.
I
That
don't
looks
know
very
if it is or
similar.
not. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So Peter Venkman fan site has a good saying here. Instead of a prequel, if you're reusing something, it's a requel. I like it. I'm going to start using that. So if you look here, you can see on the side of his head, he's got a big gray streak in his hair. That goes away in the next film. That's fine.
You can see Bridget Fonda's clothes flying through the.
You know what else goes away in every film? His leg injuries. He constantly gets bitten and chopped in the legs, and by the next film they're all healed, and the pants are good again.
This reminds me of like a horror Wizard of Oz moment.
Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness. Explosion. Ash falls. Car falls. The trees with them. This is funny. This opening sequence, I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. And they don't even try to hide the pads he falls on.
Yeah.
You
know, I just appreciate the fact that they timed it so perfectly.
We're getting echo from someone.
I'm hearing it too. I don't know.
Can you hear it now?
Someone?
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
I've been muted.
Somebody say something.
Hello?
How about now?
Is it Jinja?
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think it is.
Jinja!
He's muted. He was muted.
No, I got nothing. I don't know where it's from.
Wait, what? Somebody talk.
I'm talking.
Hello.
See, this is what you get from a professional show, folks.
So I didn't hear the echo then.
Yeah,
I did. Who read the fucking book?
This is all. It's the Deadites.
The same car that is the same car that Uncle Ben got killed in Spider-Man. That's true. Because Sam Raimi uses that car in every single movie he directs.
They're saying on that
What?
What
was that?
Random stuff going
on. Someone's possessed.
Is the show okay? Are we all right, folks? We don't have many people out there tonight. I know there's another show going on right now. I understand that. So.
Who read the book wrong? Okay, that's all I want to know. Who did it?
Roman, have you muted your mic yet?
Whitey, welcome. Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because when you talk, I don't hear an echo. When everyone else talks, I hear an echo.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
So Roman, we're going to throw you out of your own stream.
No, I still hear it.
See, it's not me, you bastards. I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
All right. How about
so
now?
anyway, you know what? Let's just live with it at this point. I'm at this point willing to just live with it because hey, Zax is with us right now. Hello, Zax.
Hey, Zax.
This is all just Necronomicon shenanigans.
Hey, Zax.
It's a feature, not a feature.
Josh did not have the problems coming into our show that he did coming into your show. He wanted you to know that, and he wants you to know he wants to renegotiate his contract. So just in case you're curious.
This is how a professional.
It looks like Whitey read from the book.
Wait, there's not a book. What is Whitey talking? Is Whitey high? Testing 1, 2, 3. So now all these knights are riding up, and this looks like it was shot in the California desert. In case anybody's curious,
it's the same place they shoot all Star Trek episodes.
Oh, is that where they did
Vasquez Canyon or whatever it's called?
Yes, later you see where Kirk fought the Gorn.
Yes, it's exactly the same place.
So they all ride up because they're freaked out that this dude and some unknown thing is there. He's like, whoa, and they're stabbing at the car. And I love the wise.
What kind of armor is this?
The wise man's like, he could be the one prophesized in the Necronomicon. So likely.
There's discount Gandalf.
Yes, because that's not a real beard. That's not like Beard of Liberty or the Jinja Ninja. That's just based on beard.
That's Blair.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to see Blair tomorrow. I'm going to tell him you said that.
Here's some trivia for you guys. So this guy here was playing Arthur, right? He was in a Doctor Who episode under Sylvester McCoy, which was the last episode the original Brigadier appeared in.
Oh, wow, cool.
I did not know that. His name is Marcus Gilbert. Is Lord Arthur, by the way. If you're curious. And E.M. Abercrombie, which is a clothing store, is the wise man. A stupid last name.
Wouldn't he?
If he didn't have a beard, you'd recognize him.
Yeah, Ian Abercrombie. He's done a lot, but he played Alfred in the Birds of Prey television series back in the 2003, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he play Elaine's boss?
Did we do Warlock on this show?
Oh God, is that Mr. What the fuck was his name on Seinfeld?
Well, Roman, we did Warlock on this show, right?
We did not do Warlock.
What did we do Warlock on? Because he played he was one of the elders in Warlock too.
All right.
Yeah.
When you don't have an echo on your end. Wait, what? All right, I'll just accept that. I don't know what it means, but I'll accept it.
We have an
So Arthur looks at him. He's like, likely he's one of Henry's men. So this is poor Duke Henry up here.
And this is meant to be Scotland v England, you know. Henry's meant to be the King of Scotland. They never actually explicitly say that.
Oh, his accent kind of gives it away.
But it does look like Scotland.
And it's a prosecution. Of
What do you mean, irradiated like a dumping ground?
That's right, yeah. It's not raining, so it can't be Scotland.
So there's a scuffle. The wise man picks up his. So this is kind of interesting here. So there are some minor inconsistencies in the movie. If you look down here, you can see the cursor. His shotgun is on the ground behind fellow number 2 who's trying to grab him on the far right of your screen. So that comes into play later. The wise man looks down. He sees the chainsaw. And he's like, I'm going to pick this motherfucker up because I might eat it later. And now we go back to marching. And he's getting whipped. This guy's a dickhead. And where the fuck is this castle? Is what I want.
It's the weirdest thing. I mean, Europe doesn't look like
that.
This
Just looks so wrong.
I mean, is that a
It's a matte painting or something.
Is that a matte painting? Or
Game of Thrones season 8.
Castle?
Wow, Jinja, you went there.
I did.
That's just
Game of
mean,
Thrones
man.
season 8 castle vibe there.
Just mean.
There's no way they built. There's no way they built.
No, you never know in California though. People do weird shit out here. There could be a fucking castle in the middle of the desert.
It's a Renaissance fair place. It's one of those medieval times places that's in California.
Medieval times. Come on in, have a turkey leg. They're fantastic.
Could be some crazy rich dude's house too.
There's nothing better than going to the medieval times in Dallas.
I've been to that.
And seeing a bunch of like thugs and stuff in there, having a good time.
Yeah, I've been in that one. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's Roman. You're echoing, Roman. Your head is empty, and it's just echoing.
I'm not echoing. There is no echo here in the studio of the Empire. When I say studio of the Empire, I mean
No.
Maybe
it's
the
not
spider
Roman.
has a microphone.
Oh, that could
Don't
be it.
talk
Yeah.
about that motherfucker. I don't want him popping up like fucking Beetlejuice. So they're riding up to this clearly matte painted castle. It's still a very reasonable effect though. It's funny though because you look out in the hills, you're like, this is not fucking England. I mean, that 70s rock fan. You're from the region. Is there anything that dusty like this out there?
Not unless it's somewhere in southern Spain. Certainly not in northern Europe. That doesn't look anything like this anywhere. Although I have to say that they are reduced to using cattle-based transport now because of the price of gas in Europe. So maybe it is right.
Fair enough. Oh, someone is coming out in
So,
the studio.
I'm looking it up.
The Empire, is that you? Oh, she left.
So I'm actually looked it up. This thing was almost entirely filmed in California.
Oh, it was okay. It looks like it was filmed entirely.
Vasquez Rocks Natural Park area.
That's the one. And some shots in Bronson Canyon, which I kept expecting Charles Bronson to appear.
Exciting. This is exciting. I need to share something with you guys. So I'm going to pause the thing, which is probably going to fuck it up, but we'll see. And so this just came in the mail. Mrs. the Empire is standing right next to me right now. You may not believe it because she's... Say something, honey.
Something, honey.
How are you, sweetheart? So right now I have with me... I'm going to blow myself up right now, which is a little bit weird, but I'm going to do it. So this is Bob Dylan's Christmas in the Heart. This is possibly the worst Christmas album ever recorded, but we listen to it every year because it is fucking hilarious.
Santa comes down the chimney.
It's just so bizarre. Not everything is meant to bring. This is one of those things. It's just
little children.
So she wanted to show up.
If anyone ever wants a hilarious album to listen to, there's one
right.
like
The echo is appearing when you share your
yeah.
screen. The echo reappears when you share your screen.
It is the film.
Mute whatever you're watching.
Yeah.
There's no audio with it. It is me.
Well,
Is it me?
It is.
No, it's not.
How's that? Is it better now?
Wait, is it better?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Now it's better. Now it's better.
Now,
There's
yeah,
no
now it
echo
sounds
now.
better.
Glad you got that out of your system.
No, I didn't realize there's a little thing down by the picture where you can put a little mute thing by it. It must have been picking up something else. I'm sorry.
Right, we have to start again. The whole show. Just start letting the stream start again.
And we're barely into the fucking movie as it is.
But
So
by the way,
they're
I
all
did look it up.
marching
I looked it up. The Holy Man played Mr. Pitt on Seinfeld.
Mr. P, that was Pitt. That was
okay.
Elaine's boss. Well played. Here we see Sheila for the first time, played by a name I can't read because my
I can never pronounce that name. Yeah, Embeth.
begins with an E, and her last name is
Davids.
I mean,
Emma?
but
Emma the name.
but do the names really matter?
She was the
Just
teacher in Matilda.
She goes from this to like Schindler's List. Like,
Yeah,
That's
what
right.
a
Schindler's
contrast.
List.
Well, hello,
Oh, wow.
Miss
She
Fancy
leveled up.
Pants. So she's talking to Arthur, and her brother got killed fighting Henry's men. So now she's sad.
He's
And,
like,
and in one
"Oh,
of the
you're-"
Spider-Man movies, she plays Peter's birth mother.
Really?
One
She
of them.
likes true to life historical dramas. Then
Yeah, because both of them are obviously from.
I love it. He's like,
So she
"Oh,
goes
your
up.
brother died anyway."
Well, that makes
looks
sense
like-
though, because those are Raimi. She probably was in the Raimi films. He reused the same actors. You know.
Here's the blacksmith. He's like the only guy who has any common sense in Arthur's court. He's just like, God damn it.
It's a nice stash.
So now they go to the pit.
it's interesting that in this very sunny canyon they all live in, nobody's got a suntan.
Oh, by the way,
and they're all European, so they'd all be burned to a crisp.
That's right.
by the way, they're doing it totally by accident. But the medieval people, kind of unlike many other films, they don't look drabby and dirty and like they don't bathe. Like they actually look clean in this film, like they would be in real life. But they're doing total by accident because
They look very clean.
Yeah. Well, that's a trope that medieval people never bathed or showered and wore dirty clothes all the time. You know, so many movies depict them that way, or they wore leather all over the place. You know.
Well, that was just because that was their preference. They were all into leather. They were hell bent for leather.
Oh, I see what you did there.
They loved it.
Played, sir.
Lots of leather. That costs extra out here.
Indeed.
So they're getting ready to throw. Did I miss the early part?
I actually like the contrast here between the first two movies in that they're all in this gloomy wood forest. Forest.
Yeah.
This one's brightly colored in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Complete contrast.
Difference.
Yeah.
So I think this one Ash is trying to get out of it.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, go ahead, dude.
He's trying to talk to him. And he's like, "Hey, tell him you don't know me." And the guy's like, "I don't think he'd believe you anyway." And Arthur's like, "Nah, I wouldn't. It doesn't matter." So then they throw like one of the underlings in there so you can get a taste of what's going to happen to everybody.
Well, what I like is the line that Henry gives him though. He's like, "I'm Henry, Duke of the North and leader of its people." And he's like, "Oh, I got some news for you, pal. You ain't leader of Jack and shit, and Jack left town."
Right. One of the first great lines in the movie.
It's also interesting that although he's from the modern times, they can all understand everything he's saying.
Of course.
Yeah. Strangely.
The script.
The problem is if I go to Scotland today, I can't understand what anybody's saying. That's
No.
man.
Yeah.
Don't drink of that.
Don't worry, they can't understand each other.
Good evening, sir. So what's going on with that Gotti movie, Copa? What the hell? So now they're opening up the pit. There's a new Gotti documentary coming out on Netflix. How we got Gotti or some fucking thing.
They prosecuted a lawyer. That's how they did it.
So they throw one of Henry's men in the pit.
Did you get video of this, Roman?
And there's a geyser. There's
No, I
not
don't
that much.
video everything because every time I use video, I get freaking the finger from YouTube. So I just use stills.
That is a geyser.
I know. It is a geyser. It is beautiful.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's
And that's
yes,
it.
This
that's
or Braveheart. Actually, I think this is actually more historical.
And the
than
armor
Braveheart.
looks better in
Probably.
this
Well,
one.
yeah, because in Braveheart they look like they're drabby and don't bathe. It's like,
well, it's Scotland. Of course, they don't bathe.
Wow.
It's pretty cold and wet there. You don't take your clothes off there. You stitch yourself. You're stitched into your
Yeah, I'm
clothes
not
when
taking
you're
my
born.
clothes out.
is that why Scotland became a communist paradise up there?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's equally suffering then.
Yeah.
So we get another
Equitable
good
suffering.
Raimi shot here. The guy tries to run away, and you get the arrow as it's chasing him down, and thunk in the back.
Hey, Robin Hood.
Jinja, I'm sorry. These are all your people. Now let's blow Ninja up here because he's doing some.
Oh.
We're doing.
Oh
this.
yeah. Just,
Was
Art
that
in real
out-
time.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
very
Nice.
nice, dude.
He's bringing actual culture to this.
Was that
Yeah.
shot of the arrow done before the Kevin Costner Robin Hood? Did they steal
this came
that
out
from
after.
Sam?
They steal that?
Did they steal it from
I hate
Sam
that
Raimi?
movie so much. The
Oh,
Kevin
come on,
Costner
Roman.
Robin Hood is,
Oh,
is
come
on
on.
my list.
Everything I do it for you.
Most hated films.
Hmm.
It's true. I hate it. Hate every moment of it.
I tell you, it's not worth fighting for.
Wow.
Brian Adams. Brian Adams!
Everything I do for you. The things I do for you, I do everything I do for you. The things I do.
When I take a dump, I do it for you.
Kevin Costner trying to put on a British accent.
But I mean,
Yeah,
but
He didn't even try.
Yeah, I know.
Don't even try.
but
There's a couple scenes where you could tell he tried.
Who knew that Robin Hood was from
But it
somewhere in
has-
the Midwest?
but it has Alan Rickman in it. So
It
if you want-
does.
That
Yeah,
makes
Alan
it
If
Rickman
different
Alan
for
Rickman
everything
can't
else.
save the movie, that tells you how bad the movie is.
Well, you just watch his
Well,
part.
now I enjoyed this very much when they start throwing Ash in. He doesn't want to go, and then Shield chucks a rock at his head, and then he gets all dizzy. He's like, and he just kind of they shove him in, and
He
you get the
just
nice
does a
ball
complete
into the pit,
backflip.
and then down in the mix.
Hmm.
And then this
Ew.
pit they borrowed from every 80s movie
Oh
that
yeah.
they made in the in the 80s, like Kroll or I'm trying to think of the movie that had the three
Sword of the
blades
Sorcerer.
yeah,
Sword of the Sorcerer, yeah.
and then the
Great
guy had
film.
the three
Yes.
blades that were on the sword. He could shoot two of them off.
Yeah.
Wow.
And his name is
I
spelled
think you
right,
may be
too.
talking about Robin Hood from Director X there, Cannoli. Oh, I
You know,
mixed up my fucking Dagos. I'm sorry.
Copa.
I'm
pit,
one too.
that
Go.
pit kind of reminds me of from the monster pit in Land of the Lost too.
Hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
there's
love
gonna
those
be
fucking
slee
sleeve
stacks
stacks so
coming
much.
out. Yep.
And then this thing pops out. I'm gonna take your soul from your body, and it starts kicking his ass. Funny.
I love that she is just straight up just punching him. It's not any kind of fanciful
Yes.
fight. There's no magic involved.
Yeah,
She's just punching him
just
like they're
punching.
drunk at a bar.
So, one of these possessed female characters, by the way, is the actress who played Lita on Babylon 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I think it's
Yes.
the witch it shows later.
The other one.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
So Ash gets a move here, and then Henry cheers. Everybody else is like sad. Spikes.
Bet the wrong guy. Girl.
And she's like, the man wants spikes, get him spikes. So now the walls are closing in with these giant fucking
Yeah,
spike
one of
walls.
the slowest
Stranger.
one of the
It's not
slowest
bad.
walls closing in scenes ever. Almost the only one worse is the garbage compactor in Star Wars.
Well,
Yeah,
and
It takes
here,
forever
long.
to close.
and in here, I mean, granted, of this movie to pick apart inconsistencies is stupid because who cares? It's
Well, we
hilarious
don't-
and
No,
fun.
you're right. They're
But
all
when he lands in there and he looks out to a vast cavern with the spikes on either side of him, he could walk 15 feet forward and be fine.
Yeah,
But we
I'm out
don't
here.
care. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's I mean, I was watching this film at work, and someone, like, when he jumps up and the chainsaw hits his hand and they're like, "Oh, are you serious?" And I'm like, "No," and neither is the film.
No.
So
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah. You don't have to suspend disbelief here because the film does not count on you suspending disbelief. It just doesn't really care that much.
Just glorious fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's like, yeah, when he cuts the Deadite's head off.
Look at the look on the blacksmith's face when he looks at the main chick. Even the other chick, they're both looking at her like she's constipated or something, you know.
And I love the Sam Raimi shots though, where it's just the camera angle closing in on whatever the fuck it is. They're fun shots. He's like the master of this. And then another Deadite breaks out of the fucking wall. That's gotta be not a track. That's
actually really cool reveal because he blends in really well.
He does, yeah. It just like pops right out of it, like he was painted in there or something.
Yeah.
He cuts the hand off and flies up into random spectator. Everybody laughs. Not like he's going to get infected and kill everyone later. No big deal. So he's trying to get out. He takes his belt off and like does a whip thing to attach it to the chain.
That never made sense to me. Just grab the chain.
It's really, I don't know why either. So the
Indiana Jones, you know.
Yep, there you go.
But it is cool because you do get that sense of dread with these giant metal teeth things closing in.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is so fun when he climbs out of the pit. Because he's so pissed off. Deadites or I'll take Deadites personally.
Maybe, yeah.
I know I stand with them.
This could work on either.
And then he goes.
Did that look? No, he's reevaluating Ash.
Shoes untied.
Hey, your
shoes untied. Doesn't have shoes.
Oh, Cannoli! Hey, Cannoli! Welcome! See, all the Italians are in one spot now. He's like, hey, your shoes untied, and he looks down because I guess it's first of all he doesn't have shoelaces, so I don't know why he gets the joke. But and then he just lays him out. He's like, here's the deal.
Now we see action hero Ash, tough Ash appearing.
Who wants some? Who wants some of this? You want some of this? And the guy's like, no.
Yeah, the guy's like, no. He's like, no, you look like you want some.
And when you see this, it's amazing how Bruce Campbell didn't become a premier action star of all time. I mean, he's got everything.
I think it was purely he didn't want to.
Yeah,
I think he enjoyed these parts. I thought he was goofy.
You can really tell that throughout this entire film, he is living his best life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's enjoying it.
Jim the Viking, also one of our good friends over in the UK right now. Thank you for joining us, Jim the Viking.
Yeah, and going off of what I think it was Beard. I think it was Beard. You could just tell that everyone in this film is having fun.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Bruce Campbell himself is kind of living out that like 10 to 13-year-old boy's dream of just fighting crazy things, and you go out in your backyard, and your imagination just goes wild, and your parents look out, and you're swinging a tree limb around, and they think you're crazy.
Yes, I was just thinking
but you're in like the heat of the battle. Yeah, and you can tell that is how he is approaching this film, and that is what makes this fantastic.
My parents always stopped me when I actually grabbed the chainsaw and was starting to swing that around.
Yeah,
they frown on that. On that. Yes, PJ maybe is probably asleep right now, Jim, because it's PJ.
Son, get off the roof with the chainsaw. But
the other thing that makes Bruce the character so great is that he thinks he's so awesome even when he isn't. Which is like most guys. What is that poll they did where like 8% of men think they could fist fight a lion?
Yeah,
only 8.
Win.
I'm telling you this right now on this channel. You cannot fist fight a lion. The lion is going to eat you.
That's what you think, Roman.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't even think it's opinion. I don't think that's opinion. I think that's
but
fact.
That's kind of how his character is.
Yeah,
like he'll screw something up, but he'll just be like, it wasn't really my fault. And then he just presses on and powers through it and goes on the win, which is the great thing
he's
about
a fuck up. Yeah. Ash is a fuck up who just blunders.
Well, that's just where this movie shares some threads with idiocracy, because you're taking a guy who isn't necessarily the smartest or best at anything, and you're throwing him into a situation where he's absolutely way ahead of these people.
Right, exactly.
Although they do retcon it in this movie, he's a civil engineer and has a multi-degree black belt. They retcon it.
We
and
never
a chemical
talked
engineer
about that,
too.
It's a little bit weird. So right now he's freeing the Scots. He's freeing Henry and his men. Copa, you're getting eaten by the lion. You're delicious, one, because you're fucking Sicilian. So he frees the Scots, and that pisses. And so they're all happy. They're like, "Fuck yeah, I can get out of the fucking sun finally. It's fucking hot.
That's right.
It's burning my skin. Look at
Here's
me."
the crazy part: is he knocks out the king. They should have executed him on the spot for that. Instead, he just takes charge. He takes over. He's like, "These guys are free. You guys go over here."
So now Arthur takes out his sword. He's like, for your insolence, he takes out the sword. It's like, boom. Where the fuck did the shotgun come from? That's what
also
I
like how
know.
he kicks the sword guy and it like give me that. Get out of here.
Knocks him over, and that is funny.
See, look! Like I said, this is a live action cartoon. The shotgun came from Mallet Space. It's that infinite pocket where he just keeps everything, including all of the ammo that he uses. He's got the ammo cheat. He doesn't have to reload most of the time, and I don't care because it's fucking awesome.
The chainsaw never runs out of gas.
Nope. Yes.
I guess that we should need the Roadrunner to run through the picture at some point.
This is one of my favorite scenes.
This is the best ever.
Here's the deal. Next one of you primates lays a hand on me.
This is my boomstick.
Yeah, and he talks about the metal and the iron from wherever the fuck it's from, Middle America.
He gets it from whatever store. Yeah,
he gets top line.
$109.
Cedar Rapids, Michigan, or something.
$109.
Yeah, $199.29.
Lays a hand on me.
Make sure you shop smart. Shop S-Smart.
S-Smart.
Well, they laying that foundation back in 1300, and boom. 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 And this is lovely. He spins it like a fucking, pistol on his hand here, and puts it back in the holster on his back. And it's just so good.
There he gets his revenge on her. Yeah, this is funny.
Yeah,
he's eating grapes. He's got babes on. He's got the turkey leg.
What's the line? It's first you hated me, now you want to kiss me. Now blow.
By this point, some of his facial cuts were real cuts.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
and they're looking at him like, "Oh my god, what?" Here comes Sheila.
Yeah,
I wish to apologize, my lord.
1980s hairdo.
Yeah, first you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me. Blow.
Here's Gandalf again.
And then the Gandalf starts talking about the book.
The Gandalfs, yes. The Merlin meets Gandalf.
You got to have a way to get me back home, right?
The chick in the blue in the background. The chick in the blue dress is looking pretty good though.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. The eyes are a little confusing. She has a little bit of a Greta Thunberg look about her, which I find a little confusing.
At least she doesn't go kind of evil later on. So,
well, we don't know that.
That's true.
So he's talking about the Necronomicon right now, and Bruce doesn't want to hear any of this shit, or Ash doesn't want to hear this. And then the water spills on the floor, and now we have potatoes and what looks like it would have been a lovely stew. And they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna rip the soul from your bodies."
This is why you never meet the mother-in-law.
And that's why Nancy, how did you get here?
Oh Lord. And it's just like, and then she starts coming at Ash, and everybody's kicking, and she's on the floor. He's like, "Don't touch her. It's a trap." And of course,
it usually is.
boom, smack, boom, smack, boom.
I love it. See, normally I'm one of those like snobs where in movies when guns don't work right, it annoys the hell out of me. I don't care that he's not reloading.
That's right.
I keep hammering it home. It is a cartoon, and I don't care.
Right.
It's great.
Welcome, Miss Burton Muses. Really, for the first time, it's real. A few weeks ago, I've been watching this movie since 1992, pretty regularly, actually, at least once a year. It's a staple of my my humor and horror diet.
That explains a lot.
So now Ash is gonna, ingratiate himself again by killing another Deadite, and he's like, that one. Pointing to it. This is funny because his glove looks nothing like this at the end.
Yeah,
he just wants the
Well, the weird thing is this movie puts more like focus on the mechanics of how that hand works than Luke's hand in Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
Yeah,
but he suddenly becomes as you say, somebody said he becomes an engineer.
It's mentioned he had a degree in civil engineering.
Yeah.
He's got the books in the trunk of his car.
I love this part where she picks up one of the pieces of his glove.
Yeah,
where she picks up the piece of his glove. It's like, don't touch that. You don't know the alloys and the thing.
Yeah, that's right. The alloys. You don't know anything about alloys and molecular structure or something.
Now he crushes a wine, a metal wine goblet. This is where you get groovy.
Boy, he is really going to need her to put out because otherwise he's going to have to learn to be a lefty because that grip doesn't take a chance.
That's going to hurt a lot. So now he's in here just tightening up the hand.
As you do.
Yeah, he's definitely got the kung fu grip now.
And she comes in and she's like, and she wanted to bring him I made this for you. He's
this part was awesome. He's like,
I can use a horse blanket.
A horse blanket.
Yeah. Gives him a good smack to the face.
So she smacks him, and then he goes over because
give me some
he's
sugar,
defeated the pit monster. He beat the king.
Yep.
He knows all this stuff. He's he's making all this cool hand grip stuff. So she totally wants him.
This is the give me some sugar, isn't it?
I've tried this with Misses of the Empire. It doesn't work.
You have to have your bare chest.
You
got to bare your chest, Roman. You got to take this shirt and just spread the shirt.
No one wants to see that. I'm an aged. I look like a silverback gorilla at this point in my life. It's not good.
Yeah.
So
I do have some bad news. I'm afraid, my friend. Though I do have to drop out at the top of the first. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, we're there. We're there.
Yeah, sorry, my friend. I got another commitment.
All right, no. It's okay. Here, let's blow
thank you very much for having me. I'm sorry I can't stay for the rest of the show, but what a great movie. It's just
always a pleasure, sir.
It is. I'm glad you're able to hang out.
Good being on stream with you.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys, and hopefully I'll be back to do it again soon and stay for the whole thing.
Just watch,
hey, what do you have coming up? I know you have stuff coming up this weekend. What do you have coming up?
Saturday night, I do my bourbon and boarding show. Me and Brahma Bull, our hockey show, 10 p.m. Mountain Time, bourbon and boarding, and then next I do a bunch of other people's shows. But on my channel, that 70s Rock Fan, on Monday, the show will be about the Ruttles.
Oh, nice.
So doing a cult comedy crew on the Prefab 4 the Ruttles. So that should be a lot of fun. Because I've always thought in the back of my mind, cheese and onion. Do I have to spell it out? No. So those who know the Ruttles will know all the songs. But that should be a lot of fun. So thanks everybody for having me. Appreciate it and enjoy the rest
Always
of the
a pleasure.
movie.
Good to see you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, my friend. It was good to see you.
It was nice to meet you.
You too. See you later.
We'll see you again.
See you next time.
Yep.
Cheers, guys.
Have fun.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Yep. Stay safe from those syphilis rabbits, my brother.
Right, exactly.
Let's take a look at what James has got going on here. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
It's real time, guys.
Wow, dude.
I feel we had pretty top tier culture for this group normally with the art and the accent. But we've lost the accent.
Yeah, I know.
So now the culture has dropped down a little bit.
So now I'm just going to speak like this for the rest of the show. So we're going to have a bit of an accent. It's not a real accent, but no one's going to care. No one's not going to know because no one watches this channel. So it's fine. They'll be tuning in.
Nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. We are watching the. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, they're running out of the castle. So I was like, Jesus, are we back to that? No, they're running out of the castle now to go find the Necronomicon. No? Always good to have that 70s rock fan. I'm sad he is gone. You get some nice shots of Bruce Campbell, obviously pretty comfortable on a horse, which is a little bit weird. Next to Elaine's boss. That's like something you don't really think of. And then you're like, that's Elaine's boss from Seinfeld.
That's what happened to him. He disappears.
He went back in time.
He went back in time.
So now he is down this path is an evil that we can't confront, but that's where the Necronomicon is, and that's where you have to go. And now here's where he gives him the words.
Yes. And this is also the spot, if I'm correct, it looks like the Captain Kirk Gorn fight spot. I think that is the rock that they were looking at.
That's the rock.
Probably
the shape of it.
But yes, Klaatu Barada Nikto.
I got your words. I know your words. Come on.
You got to do the Kirk fight music.
So now he's saying, say the words with me. Klaatu, Klaatu, Varata, Varata, Nikto. Nikto. Say them again. I've got your damn words. Now, when I come back, you get me out of here, like in the deal. Yeah.
So this is like when somebody like sends me off with their like ATM card and says, "Here's my PIN code," and I go, "Yeah, I got it." And then I get to the cash register and go, "Oh shit!
Hey, my account just got canceled. What happened? I typed in your code.
I basically typed it in
most of the way." And now Ash is through the kind of spooky woods. It's daytime here, but everything changes up really quickly because now you get the evil. When you see that weird camera lens effect, the evil is taken over, and it's driving the camera, pushing through the woods again. Cool, freaks the horse out, just like my dog gets freaked out when a car drives by.
And the camera just straight up runs into a tree at one point.
It splits it. It's splitting the tree.
Well, there's a couple that I think it was supposed to. I think the timing was off. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I'm almost certain the camera just smacked straight into a tree at one point.
Yeah. It's what it looks
so he does run into this old weird windmill in the middle of nowhere and tries to lock himself in. And it's like it keeps banging on the door. It's like bam. You're like, bam, bam, It's a nice effect.
This is when you just start seeing him go mad. And Bruce Campbell definitely does a really good going crazy sort of face.
This is kind of funny, though. He's got the fire lit. I don't have it where he's trying to warm both hands because he's holding the metal hand over the fire, too, which is funny.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. And so he looks in the mirror and he sees this reflection, which is obviously not him. And he runs into the mirror and breaks it. This was a funny but goofy scene.
This was great.
This is the slapstick stuff. So you do get that in this movie, though. And now you look down, you see, 7, 8 little ashes in the reflections, which is not what you'd see, obviously.
Hey.
And they start climbing out.
I read I've been reading the 4th book in the Wheel of Time series, and there's a scene almost exactly like this.
Really?
Broken pieces of mirror, and it's cool. I like this scene.
See,
it's great.
You go to like actual culture and writing on this. I look at it and think this is like if the Mask was crossed with a Stephen King nightmare.
I was totally getting Gulliver's Travels from this too.
Yeah, you definitely
yeah.
It was funny. He got all the little ashes running around. He has no idea. And they grab a fork off the ground, which is funny.
Yeah.
And then they ram it right into his ass. It's funny. Yes, it's slapstick comedy, but it's funny. It's still funny stuff.
And then he hits his head on the pipe.
Yeah, we're kind of like touching or sticking our toe into it right now, and you're definitely going to get later on when the Deadites show up. Is the compositing for this film, considering its budget and the time that it was made, and the fact that they're doing practical compositing, stop motion, and all this other stuff, it still looks pretty damn good.
Looks great.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is it's given in such a context that you can forgive an awful lot of stuff.
Yes.
You know, it's like, okay, that effect is a little wonky, but you don't mind because the film is it's fun. And it's letting you know it's fun.
And I would still argue that it's less wonky than some films with triple its budget at the time.
No, I would argue it's better than a lot of movies right fucking now.
Yeah, a lot of TV shows for sure.
The Marvels. Are you guys coming out soon? Does anybody care? No.
I care because I'm going to review it. So of course I'm going to.
Are you going to eat that thing up? So Bruce Campbell, Ash throws the fork into one of his little fellas, and now he's just trying to hunt them all down. They pushed him on the stove. His face is burned on there.
Spatula.
Such a dumb scene with that griddle, and I laughed so much harder.
London Bridge is falling down. As he's getting ready to step on the little guy, he puts a nail up, and he steps on the nail.
Yeah, that's Chekhov's nail.
Look how white his teeth are. It's impressive.
Look how big his mouth is. Wow.
My fair lady. It's just, again, it's slapstick, but if you're drinking enough, it's a lot of fun. So now he wakes up because he fell down and he's like, oh, I can't move. And they've tied him down like Gulliver.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. Although, I mean, the scene that takes place like immediately after would show the inconsistencies of that, but it's fine. So they got a little guy who's trying to dive down into his mouth. They're holding open his mouth, and the little guy dives in. So he's got a little one of them inside him now. He's trying to throw him up, which is funny.
Too many jokes. Too many jokes.
I was about to say, if only they knew that would become a fetish later on.
So now he's like, he grabs the water. He's like, "You want some hot chocolate? Here's something for you."
Oh gosh!
The boiling water. Don't do that,
bad.
folks. You're going to scorch your mouth, and you're going to get some serious burns. So now he gets some gurgles down here. But then he's like, "Ha ha ha!" He starts scratching at his shoulder. He's like, "Oh,
that's a good effect.
That's
good.
Yeah. That's a real good effect."
The eye is fantastic. Oh my god!
You should get that thing, Lance.
And
So
again, this film is just bonkers, absolutely bonkers, just from start to finish. I mean, it's a film that as we all know, this does not take itself seriously. This is just popcorn. Sit back, turn your brain off, and laugh.
Which is why you can forgive an awful lot of things.
Oh yeah,
and it's just fun. So now you got two ash heads on the same body right now, running around. A wolf howls and they rip in half, and now there are two of them. You're good, Ash, and I'm bad, Ash.
Goody two shoes.
They do a little dance, which is fucking hilarious. And then this is the best part, though.
I'm not that good.
It's like, boom.
So
bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
So
I'm not that bad.
So I have to think that in a scene like that, there's no script for that. That is just ad lib. That really has to be just Bruce.
Probably.
Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just like fully embrace like his id and ego and just play with it.
Thanks, Copa.
Really, full bore subtext. Odd, unexpected. So now he's dragging the body into the. This is a funny scene. It's a little bit unnecessary, but it's mildly amusing because this harkens back to Evil Dead 2, the second one, if I'm not mistaken, or the first. It's the second one or the first one, where he cuts the body up.
Technically both.
Is it both? Okay, where he did.
Yeah.
It's
like in the first one,
he ends up not cutting her up in the first one. He goes to do it, but then he.
No, they cut up the chick that they bury in the sheet in the first one, who's all body parts and who's hand keep coming back. And then the second one, they chop someone up. I don't know if they bury her. The one who has the hand with the dagger that keeps stabbing people. At the end, the hand stabs the professor's daughter of the woman they chopped up.
In the second.
That's the second one, yeah.
Oh God! I haven't actually watched the first and second one in a very long time. Oh my God, James, that's coming along nicely. Wow.
Sorry if I'm distracted things here. I just like listening to you. I'll like pop in every once in a while, but I love the way that you guys.
No. That is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to pay James for this painting, but it's gonna cost more for the shipping, but I'm willing to pay it. Because things from Japan to the United States don't cost are not inexpensive to send. I sent things to England, and that shit's expensive. So he's burying the guy in the bag, and this thing's like, "I'm gonna eat your soul. You'll never get anything." Blah, blah, blah. And Bruce is like, "Hey, you got something on your face." And he's like, "What? What?" There's dirt on his face.
Causes dirt.
That's such a great sign.
It is. It's just funny. So now he rides off to the cemetery where he finds, the creepy build here, which is nice. Going up the stairs, creepy skull, good. He looks down, and there are 3 books.
There was supposed to be one. There wasn't supposed to be 3.
Signed up for. And so this is funny though. So now he's testing books out. And this one creates some kind of vortex. And this is where Jacob got his face earlier. Just kind of sucks everything in, and boom, it's gone. He's gone. He's climbing out. He's trying. He's just getting sucked down. It's like a cartoon. It is. Someone said that earlier. It's like a cartoon, and it is. And now he's out. And he's trying to get his face right. He starts shaking it around. It's just funny. So now he's trying to decide which book to pick. And I love this part because he looked at this, he's like, I'm going to get this one. He's like, yeah, no, I've got you. And then he picks this one and bites him in the hand.
I wonder if J.K. Rowling watched this movie and got that idea for like her book that attacks people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, surely.
That is a monster in Dungeons and Dragons since the 70s.
Yes, it is.
Okinawa, sent from U.S. military base. If you know people like that, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know anybody anymore. I used to know people. Getting anything shipped to overseas is expensive.
We call that Alzheimer's.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Thank you, Josh. Very nice.
You're welcome.
Early onset at best.
Sassy!
Oh, hey!
What's up?
Sassy.
Welcome to the Weird Fest. So the book keeps attacking him, which is hilarious. He's like, and it lands. He's like, I'll get back to you. And then he's about to grab the book, then he realizes, I got to say the words.
But
Next to Verata. Definitely an N-word.
Yeah, one of the things you could not get away anymore was when he goes, it's an N word. And then he kind of looks around like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays that would have a much different context. By him saying that.
It's been forever since I watched this, so I didn't remember. I fully expected him to say it.
Get
like,
this part coming up.
He looks around. He's like, all right,
Yeah,
everything's
good enough.
okay. All right. Yep. Everything's fine.
Sounds good.
Okay, I said the words.
What's the worst that could happen?
And then, everything starts shaking. Clouds come in. Everything starts exploding. Something's gone wrong. My fake
What
beard
could
is
it be?
going in the wrong direction. So the dead are rising. You know, this is funny stuff. They're doing Three Stooges with bones.
Keep your dirty bones out of my mouth.
Too many jokes.
Some folks would say that scene went on for too long, and I disagree. It was perfect.
It went on for a long time. I was like, God, they're still doing it. So now he's riding out of the cemetery back to the camp, but then evil Ash, who's been cut into many pieces, reassembles, and now he's like, I live.
I love this look.
Okay.
It is a cool look. So riding back to Matt Paint Castle,
the stranger.
And everybody's happy. Look, there's Jinja Ninja in his early days.
Yep. Confirmed.
He's like, did you say the words? Kinda, sort of.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I may not have said every syllable exactly right, but I got the gist of it out.
You have damned us all.
Yes, the book can send you home. But we
yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, we had a deal. And Arthur's like, we will agree. We'll still stick up our end, even though you fucked it away, because we are men of our word. He's like, yeah, in the deal. And everybody starts walking away from him like, you fool. And Shield's like, I still believe in you.
Well, that was just
fuck up.
Pillow talk, baby.
Yeah.
Pillow talk, baby.
And Shield leaves too. And then this thing comes in here. And I actually thought this effect was done really well.
Oh, yeah.
With the flying creature coming in from above. It's nice stuff.
For Ash's character to be totally self-interested at that point, given what he's just been through. Because remember, this is right after the other movie. Like he just been through hell in a handbasket, basically. And now he just wants to get out. So it's understandable from his point of view,
Well, it's understandable, but I mean, also on one hand, he doesn't care about this entire group of people, and on the other hand, he cares about a certain, we'll say, kitty cat a whole bunch.
Meow,
meow, indeed.
But the physical effects in this, I still think are pretty good. Some of them are a little long, but this one, I thought this one came off very well. So it's got the demon, and then they're trying to do the arrows, and then Arthur's like, no, you'll hit the lady. And Bruce is like, or Ash is like, damn you! And then it flies off. And now we're in the graveyard again.
And then this scene where the camera focuses in on these gargoyle heads like over and over and over is weird.
It's like bump, bump. And then you get this weird angle shot of evil Ash.
Yeah, that was a weird, wacky shot right there. I wonder why they did it that way.
Just to it's because it was weird and wacky. It was just to show you that, I don't know. It was
Yeah, I know that he's talked before about like wanting to stretch the frame and make it. Yeah.
Hey, Courtney, welcome.
Hello.
Rock fan had to go. He had to go. He was in Canada at the time. He got sucked out. So So now he's going through, and all the dead are rising. He's creating his army. Welcome
and these
to
are
the
just
world of the living. Grab
These
a
are
shovel.
hilarious.
By the way, at this point, this movie reminds me a lot of Jason and the Argonauts.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
the stop action stuff,
Oh,
but
I
it
love
was
that stuff.
it was still really fun.
And the skeletons were funny, like the stuff they were saying. And then they got that one guy out, and they're like, "Wake up!" And they're like, "Welcome to the land of the living." And they're like, throw him a shovel and like, "Get digging."
I want to be dead again.
Sheila's awake and she's looking up and she's like, "Oh, fuck all."
Give me some sugar, baby.
Some sugar, baby. Come on.
We've all been there.
Last night.
You got no lips. So now we're back in Arthur's court, and they're all freaked out. This guy's back. This is a scout, and he's like, "There are, they're just to the north of us. There's like a fuck ton of them. I don't know what to do." And they're talking about leaving everything, and he's like, "That's right, run home to mama. Me, I'm gonna stay and fight."
Also, the scout said that they have 2 days. They'll be there in 2 days.
And Arthur said, "Are all men from the future such loudmouth braggarts?" And she's like, "Just me, baby. Just me." And so he's like, "How are we going to do it?" And he's like, I need you to learn how to fight. And then who's with me? And then, the blacksmith with him. And this guy with a bad fucking haircut. I don't know why they did that to him. He's like, you have my sword.
Well, to be fair, King Arthur's haircut isn't much
great.
better.
He looks like a metal guy from the 80s. But everybody else is pledging, yes, we'll do it. Now you get the reveal of evil Sheila.
Yeah.
I may be bad, but I feel good.
Now we're bringing in the car.
Yep. Now we're at another fun engineering scene.
I love this.
Yeah, we got all the books Ex Machina right
wondrous
there.
thing?
Right.
Yeah, because he's got steam powered stuff. He's like,
he's got all kinds of shit.
Fangoria.
Fangoria magazine,
that's
great.
He has a Bernard Cornwell book in there.
Chemistry 101.
Right, gunpowder.
When he opens up his trunk, it's the only time we see shotgun shells. It's the only time that there's even remotely alluding to like reloading, other than like one other scene. But still don't care. It's great.
Ha! Ooh! Ah!
Oh!
A little bit of a montage.
Yeah, the montage.
Yeah,
That's
nothing like
the
a
Empire
training
would
montage.
call the A-team scene. So whenever there's a montage movie or a montage scene in a movie misses of the Empire, is like, oh, here's the A-team scene.
Oh, like where they're
in
building
the
a
A-team,
car
there's
and stuff.
always
Yeah.
one of those scenes. If you
they
know
always
what
had
the
to
A-team
armor
is,
some vehicle up or something at the end of every
if you're
build
too
a
young,
tank.
you have no idea what the A-team is. It was a 70s
bit of a
A-team,
fool.
folks.
And now I have that
It's a
theme
Jeffy Jam.
in my head now.
So now they're watching, and here comes the army of the dead. And the Necronomicon is secure.
What's that mean? Aggressive tooting intensifies.
Which is just this is so. Which again, this is just so ridiculous. They're skeletons. They don't have vocal cords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or lungs, or the ability to make different tones out of the skulls. But they do. It's fine.
I love these practical puppeted effects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell, there's just some dude off screen that's connected like 3 poles to him, and he's just moving everything. And
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It
they were
works.
like, it's almost like
It's
a back
great.
harness thing that they had.
yeah,
Yeah, it was super cool. So you have 3 different things here. You've got the puppets,
Right.
you've got the motion capture, and they actually have like devices that would move. Like there's a skeleton that kind of crawls, and it's an actual like device that's moving. It's fourth cut is really freaking fantastic.
I'm pretty certain that you have
dudes
some,
in
like,
suits or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then you got like classic stop motion at some points. It looks
Right.
like if it's
Yeah.
not, they did a good job faking it, but I think it actually is.
Yeah, they use stop motion.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like Mad.
And they used it. They used it sparingly too. Like not to go like skip ahead, but they do it like a really good stop motion where he's fighting him later on. Ash. Yeah. They obviously saved it for some.
And this is also where like Matt said, stuff from like Jason and the Argonauts, or from the original Clash of the
Titans
film.
Yeah, because they would do like stop motion and then do rear projection so that people could act against it.
And then I forget the name of the guy who did that, who did all that.
Harryhausen?
Yes, that's it.
Jinja, are you using a white pin over that? The black?
No,
ink?
no, I'm using a black pen right now. I just saved the whites.
Oh, okay.
Clip that.
Go back into it.
That's great.
Awesome, dude. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So
what am
I
I
used
doing with my life?
Hey, you guys are doing something great, man. This is fun stuff. We've all got our talent.
So by the end of the show, that piece will be available up on his Patreon, which we will throw the link in the chat later. Goes to the highest bidder.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. So now you get the reveal of so there's evil Ash and evil Sheila coming up, and here they're the scouts.
Okay, so by the way,
this,
the scout
puppet
too.
and a dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is a Dino De Laurentiis film. Some of this armor is reused from the Conan movies.
Yes, it is.
I can believe that.
Plus other films he did, like Italian fantasy and whatever.
So they're asking where the Necronomicon is. It's somewhere. Why I'm getting a potential scam call right now. Thank you, potential scam. Very nice.
Answer it live on air.
No. That'd be. Would you like to buy? No. So it's that and the parapet. Blah 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 blah. Okay, good. So now they're all riding. And so this is fun. So they all have these explosive charges on these arrows, and they like it. It was like, geez. And I was like, wait.
I don't remember.
I do this with my dog too, because my dog's like, I put him in a spot. I'm like, wait.
It's such a great scene of essentially nothing happening.
Right. Well, it's just the fear on every Archer's face. Like, come on, dude. Hey,
wait.
And
then they launch.
So Outcast
and then
had a comment
boom.
there, Roman. It kind of jogged my memory a little bit. The battle scene here is like with consent borrowed from another bigger movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like they took the plan for that battle scene that was in a bigger actual historical movie and reused it for this battle scene.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I like how evil.
What movie? Don't hold back.
Well, I don't remember. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. So I will in my little memory of things, I'll like look it up and later and see if I can, But my memory isn't 100%, guys. It's like 90%.
No, I'm with you. We're of a similar age. So all this shit starts blowing up, and I thought most of the stuff looked really good. And if it didn't look great, you got the forgiveness of it's still a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I like how evil Ash is going. Oh.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, that had to hurt. Hey, baby.
You know what Ash's outfit kind of reminds me of? Does anyone remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
Oh yes.
Kind of a cross between the Ranger and the Cavalier's outfit.
Cavalier, right?
Yeah.
It is a hot take. I hated that cartoon. I thought it was so dumb.
What?
Wow. Didn't one guy only have a shield? He had no sword or anything. He just had
they all had a magic.
Whoa. the guy that's over here with the name Shieldwall of Dragons is anti the dude with just the shield and anti-Captain
It would have been cool if
America.
it would have been a dragon with a shield, not just some kid with a shield.
Well, they all got one magic item. That was the premise. Right. And every one of us who played D&D thereafter wanted that bow.
See, what? Outcast Creative knows what's up.
Oh no!
I'm burning some people's nerd cards after this is over.
That's right. Exactly. I'm sorry. That is not acceptable.
I wanted to throw out the battle that was being discussed was from Victor Fleming's Joan of Arc.
Hey. Oh, okay.
I will say this though: the D&D cartoon was better than Captain Planet.
Whoa!
Everything was better than Captain Planet because my ball sack sweating in the garage better than Captain Planet. That's right.
But Captain Planet's theme song slapped. Okay, come on.
I don't know what the theme song is because I don't have that.
No.
They had a hot Russian blonde in the show, cartoon chick. So that was something.
When our farts combine.
Right now, this shot with the catapults going off, the guys doing the arrows. This is a nice shot. It's cool.
It is.
He got a lot of these cool things going on, and then you got these guys who are going and they all just kind of blow up, and it's funny. And you get the fire following them in, and they all blow up. It's amusing. It's like Land of the Lost where the Sleesacks would blow up, but it's good. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Okay, I like the fact that Evil Ash has a rope to hold his jaw.
Hold his jaw together.
Yeah.
Sally. More. So they're putting up a little bridge so they can charge the whatever that is, the door. What are they called? The drawbridge.
Yeah.
The drawbridge.
Now they're dropping rocks on them. Funny. But they're shooting arrows and
I was surprised there was not a Wilhelm scream.
Right?
You didn't
have the budget for a Wilhelm scream.
So here's the thing I noticed. They're like, buttress the door. It's like, how about you drop the 2 portcullises that are above it? That's the whole point of having
you mean
them there.
the giant fucking metal door.
Yeah.
If we're going to quibble that way, they should have pulled up the drawbridge.
Well, they did. The skeletons put a little gap.
They put a bridge
thing in there, to get across, which was all right. But
they couldn't draw out the portcullis though. There's no way
Dempsey.
Dempsey. I watched the video from last night, and your song that killed poor Irene was slapping. Except it wasn't your song, but it was still funny. So if you haven't seen that video, it is hilarious from Tim Possible. They're doing a show, and one of the guests, Irene's been drinking a bit much, and the camera kind of wobbles, and it goes up to a ceiling fan.
Yeah,
because she's just like dropped. It was like, oh my god, Irene's dead.
Nice.
So it's really funny. So I recommend you watch that. It is hilarious.
I was gonna say when Jinja first went to like set up his camera to start drawing, I was like this close to being like, can someone check on Irene?
Yeah, it was hilarious. It wasn't your music. I know. They said it was going to be his music, but it wasn't his music. So there you go. Who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows on YouTube. That's the beauty of this.
Nobody knows.
So now they do the who.
It's great.
So they get you through the first layer. Then
I love the blacksmith just shows up in his work outfit. You know? It's like...
God, the book.
Yeah, I like that the book arts had it was like the little special armor with the little ribbon on their head so you can tell who they are.
Yeah.
Right.
I like how the king, I'm sorry, I did miss. I thought you were a coward. He's like, first sign of trouble, he runs into the garage.
So now the car comes out.
Oh yeah,
love
the steam engine car.
I want to build
it's just plowing through the deadites. It's got a giant propeller in front. It's just
and he got some goggles from somewhere too. Probably.
Hey, don't worry about where he got those goggles, Shieldwall. Don't worry about that. That's an awful lot of worrying right now.
Those are Harris goggles.
He made an engineering role and made them.
No. Don't.
Hera was always just a pilot.
Of what this movie was, my friend. Is Nas in here?
I didn't see Nas.
I think he was earlier.
Wow.
Nas.
Irene's here.
Oh, that's a shot.
All right. I'm sorry, Irene. Yes. And you know, we're happy. We're happy that
Thomas.
you have come back from the other side to be with us tonight. That is spectacular. We actually really appreciate that. Klaatu Varata Nick everything's
good
fine.
enough. Good enough.
Hey, thank you, Irene, for joining us. So the big thing is sawing down the bad guys like it's nobody's business.
And again, this is just over the top ridiculous, and it's just like, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, this specifically with that car is what you would expect from a movie that didn't have this car, but they built a toy for kids that was over the top that didn't actually feature in the film. This is a kid's toy running around, hitting action figures.
Boom.
Wind up power, you just like pull it back.
Oh yeah.
And let it go.
Sheila. Or maybe Irene. Nobody knows.
He turns the wheel and the car just goes flying.
Well, yeah, because
wrong direction, and this gets
because with all the add-ons and everything, that car's not going to be very nimble. It basically can go straight, and that's about the extent of it.
Yeah, it's got a tank of water and a fire burning on it to propel it.
You know.
Next thing I know, I'm dead and hearing shitty techno. Yeah.
Wait,
that's the way it goes, Irene.
Whoa. Is there good techno?
That is an excellent point, Joker. I can't answer that question because I myself think all techno is shitty techno. So, poor Irene, we're just happy you're still with us in one form or another.
Oh, wait, is she a Deadite?
It is close to Halloween, so.
Oh. I'm sorry, it's just funny. Okay,
all right.
We got lots of people in here now.
Dempsey, you got it. Dempsey, yeah, you're right.
Which prevented European. Oh, no, I actually saw this. Really? Yeah, I'd heard that too. That there was a dispute which prevented this movie from coming out in Europe.
Oh wow!
Right.
There are a lot rights issues with the franchise. Like one of the reasons they had to do the montage at the beginning as long as they did was because they couldn't use footage from the first movie, the second movie. You know,
even though they did.
I think when it was released, they ended up having like 4 cuts, right? Like they had.
Whoa! That's a sound.
That's either a motorcycle or construction.
Okay, don't know what that was, but it wasn't here.
That's me.
Weird. So now
there's speed racing outside my house right now.
Sheila is trying to stab Ash several times with the spear. And I've been through this with Witnesses of the Empire. It happens.
It does.
One of those things you just kind of deal with. Then he kicks her off into that pit of despair from earlier, which you may remember. Now everybody's kind of regathering and fighting, and
the writers of Rohan are here.
It's Henry. Henry's army is there.
Hey.
Henry Red. It's the Jinja Ninjas people are there.
And Beard.
To help.
We lost the ninja. Oh, we got the ninja. We lost the ninja.
We lost the ninja.
Wait, why is it not showing? Add the page.
I'm back.
There we go.
Well, it's not added to the. It's not showing up on the main page.
What do you mean? He is. You...
Roman just keeps.
No, it's not
eating him out.
No, I put it here and it shows up at the bottom. Where are you guys seeing?
In the U.S., it got
we
delayed
see him on the
too.
bottom.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There we are. Okay.
There was something.
Man,
Raimi
that
needed
looks
money.
really good, dude. Holy
Raimi
shit.
needed money to finish the movie, and he traded rights to something he owned to get the money.
That is fucking awesome.
Like just your guys' banter, just talking about this is like I don't know what it is. It's really like drives it forward, makes it just really easy to draw.
That's
You guys.
fantastic,
It's all you guys.
man.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm mildly aroused. I'm not gonna lie.
I was contemplating adding color to it, but I'm just gonna leave it black and white.
Oh no,
it looks
yeah.
way better black
looks
and white. I
great.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, it might look good in color, but
I
think
would
it
say
has-
leave it black
looks
and
great.
white. That's good, especially so you have that huge black background.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
right here.
your
Yeah.
proportions on the arms. Oh my
Makes it
god,
pop.
that looks really good, dude.
Well, I
Holy
had to
shit.
redo this arm like 5 or 6 times, but you know.
But nobody saw it, so it's okay.
but the face is really good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the face is
Thank you.
really
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna probably just do a little bit of stuff down here and then just call it quits on it. Not add too much to it.
Can I just say
You
how
should sugar
fucking
baby.
happy I am to see cross hatching on art?
Yes.
I know it's like the 1870s all over again.
Wow.
I know, man. It's I'm trying to keep it alive. Physical media, baby.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. All right. Oh Jesus, that's me. No one wants to see that.
that's
Really,
not
Roman?
as
Ah!
amazing. Oh
Ah!
God, go back.
No, make it stop. Make it stop.
Go
make it stop.
back.
Why is that? Oh, get it out. Ah. Okay.
Ugh, that was terrifying.
Mother Dick.
That was Halloween for you guys. Halloween.
Sorry, everyone.
And-
Sorry.
And Jinja's gone again.
He was
Did I
so
get rid of
upset
him
by Roman
entirely?
appearing bitch.
Yeah,
Wait, what did I do? What did I?
You
Oh
keep
no.
eating him out, dude.
Oh no. I'm sorry. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Is mostly the problem. I'm not
Shield.
good at what I do.
She'll take the wheel here.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
No,
have
they're just gonna
access to
blast
whatever
it
these
away.
are.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could do all this. Yes, you can. Don't lie. So he's blasting away. The fight's going on. Everybody's throwing bones at everybody else. Fuck off. And now Evil Ash and Ash are gonna have a fucking moment.
I love this little skeleton.
Yeah, he's trying to get him, and the
Ash
thing
to Ash
drops out.
combat.
Ash to Ash combat.
Pretty.
And that's
I've
a fun
pretty sure I've seen
scene.
a video of that.
Yeah, it is a fun scene.
So my son has the Ash versus the Evil Dead game, and
Mhm.
he loves it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot like this, except you can play in any of the Evil Dead games from like Evil Dead 1 through Army of Darkness, and you can pick whichever skin you want. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it was
Wow.
a board game.
No. It's a video game.
Buffalo Bill also preferred picking skins.
Ew.
Same
Ah.
thing.
I love this. You used to find me attractive. You got
You got
real
ugly real quick.
Oh yeah, that's my name right now.
Been there.
Yeah, I've woken up a
Do tell.
couple times
Do
and it's
tell,
like,
Peter. Do tell.
I'm just gonna.
You got ugly real fast.
I know
Grab
we
my
all know
shoes.
the ending for her, but I do appreciate that they didn't do the whole trope of him doing everything that he's in his power to save her. He
Yeah.
just kind of said, screw it. You know,
Yeah,
we
it's
slept
over.
together once, but
Real
you're done."
Wade.
I mean, it legitimately comes across as this, like when they were doing this, like it's almost like they were having active conversations of like, what are standard tropes? What's the craziest thing we can do other than that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Just like
Ash-
balls to the wall.
Ash doesn't go over the top to save anyone in the first two films.
No.
other than-
I
That's the
I
only
always
one.
got the sense when I was watching this that when they're writing it, it was almost like a what would Monty Python do type of mentality of
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. Oh, I love this kind of the trope of the up and down, like back and forth staircase.
He's
that you saw
fighting.
for
Yeah,
all
he's
the
doing
swashbuckling films.
The duel fighting. Yeah.
Yes.
It actually
Like
plays
Robin Hood.
out very well.
Robin
I was
Hood, the Errol
impressed.
Flynn
I
movie.
was impressed by
Yes.
the dual sword fighting.
Yes. See, and this is what one of the best things about these just over the top comedic, poking fun at all the tropes films is they're made by people who actually appreciate what they're coming from, and they are not only a parody, but they're an actual genuine homage to it as well.
Yeah, much like Young Frankenstein was an
Exactly,
homage to the classics, and it was. That's like a perfect movie. There's literally nothing wrong with that movie. It's just amazing. Yeah, and you're right. If you love the movie and you want to poke a little fun at the genre, but you love the genre, it's going to come off much better than people who just want to make a funny movie about the genre.
A spoof.
Yeah,
it's
right.
not the same thing.
Like the scary movie, like the scary.
Yeah.
Movies.
So now Evil Ash is on fire. Uh-oh. Evil Ash is back, but
I got a bone to pick with you.
I like how his eyes roll.
Yeah, his eyes are fucking hilarious. So now you have the real guy fighting the stop motion character.
Right.
Yeah, this is like they did stop motion, then did rear projection for that fight, right?
Okay.
I
think so, yeah.
So they're both on the ground now. And Evil Ash is sitting on top of yeah. Yeah, the eye spinning was just fucking great.
Again, it's a cartoon.
Ash is down on the ground, and this bag of
gunpowder
is on fire. But now Evil Ash jumps down on top of it. And he's threatening him, blah, blah, blah. I will eat your soul. You will never win, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right. He cuts off his hand and he launches him with the bag on fire up in the air and boom.
Boom.
Groovy.
Or he's like, yay, run for the hand. And Sheila somehow returns to normal, and we just accept this because we don't care.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess, okay, this is me applying far more logic than this film demands. The way that, like, that one woman who kind of like drops the soup and she transforms, and they explain it kind of like evil will take over people such as this. So, as goofy as this film is, they kind of set it up that evil can take over people, but it doesn't necessarily make them evil.
In the lore, if you don't die or the dead's not in you long enough to decay you, like Ash, been possessed like 3 times or whatever already. You know, as long as you don't die or decay, you can come back.
Gotcha.
So now Henry's men and Arthur's men are starting to come into conflict.
Oh, and by the way, just to mention, in the lore, the Deadites don't want to decay and kill them. They want to live in their bodies, like living bodies.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So now nobody's left. So when there's nobody left to fight, you fight each other. Yeah.
Pretty much.
And so Ash is like, oh, hold back. And so Arthur and Henry look and then come out and then embrace.
See, I feel like this is like a barroom brawl where like 2 different sides have finally kicked the annoying assholes out, and they're finally outside on the streets, and then they bow up against each other and said like, nah, bro, you're good.
I have Beard. I don't know what bar it is you hang out in. That has never happened.
Yeah.
Everybody embraces. Everybody's like high fives. Yay! Yay!
No, I need
to leave. Trying to get him back.
And there was much rejoicing.
The wise man tells him, if you drink this, you
say the words
on time and say the words. Yes. So he says goodbye to Sheila. Yes, kiss, and then rides off like a champ into the night. And now we're back to the blue light again. Now, so for those of you who don't remember, the blue light was Kmart. Kmart was kind of the low end of the discount stores.
Kmart was awesome. You bite your tongue, sir. They used to have they were the first department store that I knew of that actually had a little restaurant inside the store. It was great because you go shopping.
Plus, at least here on the East Coast, if you were like a really cool, like low income family, Kmart was really good for you. You know.
Yes.
All right.
Pops.
I can't anything up here. Pops.
What's up, Pops?
What's up, Pops?
See, exactly. Peter Venkman, there you go. Okay.
Housewares.
So now here we are, back in Housewares. And here's Ash, clearly not entirely healed up. He's telling the story to a coworker.
Campbell wasn't entirely healed
who's
up.
not.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Joxer from
Xena.
From Xena.
Isn't that Ted Raimi's brother or Sam Raimi's brother?
Yeah.
Ted Raimi, yeah.
And that was the guy earlier with the bad haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Is that, did Ted play that part too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's credited as Cowardly Soldier or something.
It's like, they wanted me to say it could have been King.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that the Raimis and Campbell and other people did together as producers and actors and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell this is an old movie.
He was
He's got
nice shot.
places on with that thing.
Cake.
That old tape thing.
Yeah,
That's
and
some
here's
cake.
she's like,
Oh,
you know that story you said about being king? I thought that was kind of cute. And he's like, yeah.
Shop smart.
Who is that? Is she in other movies and stuff, or
I don't know who she is.
Kind of looks like Jim Carrey's ex-wife. What was her name?
Oh,
Played in Dumb and Dumber.
yeah, I know who you're.
Slightly.
Lauren Holly.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah,
I
not her.
got it.
Woo.
So now we get the classic Sam Raimi shot though with the evil coming, and then we get the Deadite. I will rip out your soul.
Housewares.
And
Aisle 7.
And he's like, fuck that. Grabs the gun. Boom.
Remington.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the store, lady.
No one in the future questions his bionic hand. Like,
No.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that they just keep it covered right until they're at the very end. Because you don't let you kind of wonder if he came back with that.
He's like, Ash, hardware.
Housewares.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Shop smart.
That unlimited ammo, because that thing would probably have about 7 rounds max.
If it was like an older Winchester, it could hold up to 15, I think. But
it's an Astromatic.
That's awesome how he does the reveal here at the end.
He peels off his S-Mart suit and has his kind of updated Ash suit underneath. He's like, I could have been king. But in my own way.
That's the action figure, by the way.
Does he still have his ID on or something?
Hail the king, baby.
Now he's got to go move to the next S-Mart.
And that's it. That's the movie.
Beautiful movie.
Woohoo!
Written and
Mars Attacks.
written by Sam and Ivan.
So the woman in S-Mart, if I have this correct, is Linda in Wedding Singer.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ginny in Con Air, and then she did a couple episodes of Friends and Seinfeld. Oh, nice.
It's working.
I think we all know who won the stream tonight.
Yes. Good night, Penny.
Oh my God, that picture is so good, James.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is fun working with you guys.
So we're gonna throw that up again before we finish up here. But wow, James, that is spectacular. See, we don't just give you humor analysis, folks. We give you art.
We give them analysis.
Art and culture.
Well, I mean, I mean, whenever the Jinja Ninja is on here, you get art. The rest of the time, it's nonsense and silliness.
Yeah, mostly nonsensical humor. That's
he really carried the culture of this group once the accent left.
Yes.
Hey, R2-the-Icky, welcome.
There was an alternative ending to this about Ash going way into the future or something like that.
I actually don't.
2 alternate endings.
Oh, wait, there's another one?
Yeah.
Have you guys checked out the series, Ash?
They filmed both of them. Yeah, but one the original ending that they wanted for this film was Ash going to the future.
Yeah.
And then waking up in a post-apocalyptic. Yeah, they filmed that. Yep. But they filmed the second ending where he doesn't get this happy ending. He doesn't go back to S-Mart. It's just I think he's like stuck there, but he's not king or something like that. And then that's what they were running with. And then the studio opted to go with it was Universal that actually requested the happier ending. So the reason you have the ending that you have with him going back to S-Mart is because of Universal.
Because they wanted a potential sequel.
Correct.
Well, and that's how you get Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The 3 seasons of Ash versus, which I recommend, by the way, if you haven't watched.
The first one was really good.
It's really good.
I mean, you know how I knew it was going to be a good show? When he was driving and he was drinking that beer and he just threw it on the floor in his car, and the people riding with him were like, "What the fuck?" And he just kept going, and I was like, "Yep, that's Ash."
Yeah.
So
him putting the girdle on too.
Oh yeah, when he's trying to in the first episode where he's trying to fit into the suit.
Also,
it's good.
The chicken that is really hot too.
So it's on Showtime was the right?
Hey,
Showtime
Lucy Lawless shows up eventually.
Yeah, Lucy Lawless is on there.
Yeah.
And man, she is great. But there isn't a bad spot in that show. It's a good show. It's like watching The Evil Dead plus Army of Darkness because it has the humor element.
Well,
so you've got the humor series, but the effects are really good. It's actually filmed better than this is. But.
For the first and part of the second season, they still had the rights problem that was affecting Evil Dead 2 to Army of Darkness. And then they cleared it up in the beginning or middle of the third season to start using elements of Army of Darkness in the later seasons of the show.
All right.
I was looking at Outcast Creative. Put our screening had the apocalyptic ending. It was great. Was that when you originally went to go see it in the movie theater? Because this is what I thought was interesting. There were 4 cuts released to movie theaters. You had the U.S. release, an international release, a director's cut, and then when they took it to television, you had a television cut. And a lot of them had different stuff in there for different reasons. But the longest of the cut, I think, was actually the television cut because they needed a certain amount of time to fill up that space.
Yeah.
Oh, there's James.
I'm back. Got to bring back the beard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to order that piece from you, James.
Yeah, that piece is freaking awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Because that is lovely. My God, man!
Great.
I was trying to find a good part of the movie because I wanted to incorporate that new, the glove he made, or what would you call that? The gauntlet.
Yeah.
But the chainsaw is just much more iconic than the gauntlet.
Yes.
Though.
Yeah.
Such a good pose too. That shot.
Oh, dude, you got the whole thing going on. That's fucking fantastic.
Thanks, guys. No, that was fun.
Thank you, James, for bringing down the rest of the stream because we all suck. So thanks, buddy.
Just trying to up your game,
I think Roman from now on is be like, hey, we're gonna talk about this movie in 2 weeks. Hey, Jinja, do you want to do some art for this show?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that was a level. That was a level up.
But
that was it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, James. Go ahead.
No, just like it's fun to draw whenever it's a movie of this caliber. It's just there's nothing like this. Like I'm trying to think of a movie. I think the weird thing about this movie is it's connected to the first one, which is really like it's a horror movie. You know, there's scary parts of it. So you've got that in the back of your mind while you're watching the slapstick stuff, and you're like waiting for something to really freak you out. And to be honest, the only moments that really did that was like with the scene which I drew, where they came out of the wall. Those were what are they called again? The
Deadites.
The dead eyes. Other than that, there's just like the rest of the movie is pretty much just slapstick kind of horror elements to it. So, but you've always got that in the back of your mind. The first movie, which was really like,
So
hey, so we got a little.
You mean the second one, right, Jinja?
Oh well.
So
sorry, go ahead.
Did you guys see the Evil Dead redo? I guess.
Do you mean the 2013 one or the one this year?
The 2013, the one with the.
So I saw it.
The one where it closes with Ash going groovy.
If it was okay,
Fuck
so
all,
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. If it wasn't an Evil Dead film, it would have been okay. And at the point when the blood starts falling from the sky, like if they cut everything out before that, it would have been like a little like 20-minute Evil Dead movie. You know what I mean? But until that point when it starts raining blood and the actors start going crazy like Ash did in the second one, before that it's kind of boring. It's like you're like, what are they doing there? Blah, blah, blah.
I actually liked it. I actually liked the Evil Dead movie. I thought it was fun. There's another one. There's a new one out now.
Evil Dead Rise is a sequel.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, was kind of impressed.
I enjoyed that too. It's not the same as these movies. You can't put it in the same.
It felt like it should have been split into two movies, Evil Dead Rise.
But it was still a fun movie. Yeah. I still thought it was a pretty good, weird.
This is like the opposite of Highlander and Crow. Like almost, there are no bad movies in this franchise. You know what I mean? There's no. I mean,
I agree. They're not great, but they're still okay.
Yeah. The second movie to me, because of what the age I saw it at, is my favorite, and I judge so many movies. Like there's 10 or 20 films, like Evil Dead 2, Superman, Highlander, the 80s Transformers movie, a couple other stuff that I judge everything against. And sorry, for some reason I'm getting hiccups right now. I don't know why. It must be your damn spider, Roman. It's your damn spider.
Probably the spider.
Probably the spider. But the moment in Evil Dead 2, the part of Evil Dead 2 when Ash just loses it and you have the animals talking and the now who's laughing? And that whole sequence, I could literally watch just that part of it for an hour straight over and over again and laugh my way through it and enjoy it. And then
it's beautiful.
The most iconic thing about the first two movies, I don't know if people will get this, when they tried to escape and the bridge was a giant claw like holding them in. And like it was literally like a claw, and it was like telling the audience it ain't gonna end very well. Man, these films can be dissected. Yeah, they can be dissected from point to point to point. There's so much masterwork of stuff in these films that just doesn't get. I was ranting about this.
I love the way Sam Raimi approaches horror though, because he never, even when he takes it seriously, he doesn't take it too seriously. So you had the Evil Dead movies, then you had
Darkman.
God. No, not Darkman.
Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Which I've never seen. I don't know why I've never seen that. I
fucking love Drag Me to Hell. I do.
Well,
that's like one of my top Raimi films because Drag Me to Hell is fucking scary and gross and weird, and everybody in my family hates it, but I love it.
Well, here's the thing about Raimi, right? Whether it's Evil Dead movies or Drag Me to Hell or Darkman or Spider-Man, any of them, he understands pacing better than most directors.
Yes.
You don't want to sit there and like go, we really don't want to have a scene we can take a bathroom break in a movie. We really don't want to have that.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll have scenes where you're like, I'll check my messages while this happens, So
no, you don't get that Drag Me to Hell, not by a long shot. So if you've never seen Drag Me to Hell, I do recommend that. It's still spooky season. I'm not going to get another show out before the end of spooky season. So watch that.
Is
that
it
is
gory or just scary?
Yes.
Bone
the answer
tomahawk
to your question, my friend, is yes. It's not like Tomahawk. that's different. This still is Sam Raimi universe, kind of gory, but it's gross, but it's like Sam Raimi gross. I don't know if I can qualify that. If you haven't seen Sam Raimi, there's like gross and Sam Raimi gross.
I think I know what you're talking about. So
even films like he wasn't a director on, where he was like a producer or whatever, like 30 Days of Night, or
30 Days of Night is one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's the vampire one in Alaska or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is
or he was or there's a whole the American Grudge film, Juan, the Grudge. He was an exec producer on that. It's like he knows when he gets involved with stuff to make it like, what he knows to cut out. He's one of the best modern overall filmmakers, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I wish they had given him a stupid Doctor Strange movie. That was such
everyone should go watch this TV show. It's one season. Here's another show he did, American Gothic.
I heard that's good.
Oh, I love it. To this day, the main character is the villain of the show. His name is Lucas Buck. He's played, if you don't know who the actor is, Gary. He played the captain in Crusade, the Babylon 5 spinoff. It was Gary Cole. And the premise of American Gothic is this sheriff has supernatural powers. He controls this town with an iron fist, but he's lawful evil. So if you follow his way, you're protected. It's a great place to live. But you break the line, man. You deviate from the course, and it will come back to you. It's like but it's really like, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, we're reaching kind of the end of my timeline tonight. So let's go around here. So Army of Darkness is a weird kind of masterpiece. It's not a perfect movie, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. And I think that goes a long way to why everyone still enjoys that film. You don't have to watch Evil Dead 1 or Evil Dead 2, although I would recommend Evil Dead 2 to go into this. But you don't have to watch it. But it's still just a lot of fun to watch. You don't suffer from any of the modern filmmaking stuff going into this movie. It's just kind of is what it is. And it's a hoot. So check it out. I still recommend this one and Evil Dead 2 if you want to go there. Do it. So Shieldwall, do you have anything coming up, buddy?
I do. On next Tuesday, I'll be on Jacob Ironside's channel. We'll be doing Dracula. Ooh. And then next Thursday, I'll be on your channel here. And I totally forgot what we're doing, but whatever.
I have no idea either. So that's the beauty of this. I have no idea what we're doing next Thursday.
All right. I'll be here for that, whatever it is.
A mystery topic.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be all teed up for that. But this was a great movie. I kind of want, it's almost like going to see like a really good Vegas show or something, in a way, kind of that's, I don't know, like I saw
the best Vegas shows have boobs.
Well, there was a point where the skeletons brought like one chick, like some chicks with them across the screen that had a little bit of side boob in it. But,
it did. There was some side boob, definitely. Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, this has been great. Thanks to the chat and obviously Jinja's picture, the star of the show. For sure.
Come on, what are you talking about?
But everybody's input is great. It's always great to be on these panels. I always have a great time, and so yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
All right. Joker voice. What do you got coming up, buddy?
All right. So tomorrow I drop my final film review for the month of October, stuff that I've actually recommended, because folks seem to think that I hate everything. That is not true. I actually like things.
Yep.
Just because I criticize, that means I like them, and they need to improve. That's the whole point. So tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I will be dropping my review of the Ridley Scott film Legend. Fine film.
Yes.
And then later that night, yes. And then later that night, 7 p.m. Pacific, over on I know time changed. For Legion Talk for Friday night's Royal Rumble, and then Sunday you can catch me at noon Pacific over with Wookie Be Bad.
Right on. Josh McDonald popped by culture. What do you got coming up, buddy?
Saturday morning, I'm going to be on Thinking Critical with Wes, doing Comics Aficionados. Sunday.
What time is that? What time is that
9,
on Saturday?
9 a.m. Central Time. So, and I'm on there most Saturdays. So if I'm not working, I'm there.
That's early. That's like
yeah. It's a Saturday morning show. Been doing it for a few years now. Sunday night, I'm going to be on Max's Man Cave with Mr. MVP himself. And then come Tuesday night, Aaron and I are going to figure something out fun to do for Halloween night, which, by the way, we did a kind of a Halloween show this past Tuesday and kind of got to talk about a lot of Halloween films that really don't get love that deserve love. Because I think every time, this time of year, the classics come out and then the stuff that's new, you hear a lot about it. But I think there's a lot of great horror films that kind of have lost their love over time. So we all kind of threw some topics. We started with classics because I feel like if you don't, you're going to get tied to the railroad tracks. So we each presented a classic, and then we had 3 that deserve more love than they get.
Right on. Cool. All right. Matt. Klaatu Verata. Matt. What do you got coming up, buddy?
Quick question for Joker voice there. Which version of Legend did you do for your review?
I have watched both cuts for this review. It was the theatrical cut.
What do you think of the difference in the music? Because that's the big difference.
It's still kind of held. That dreamy, ethereal feel. So I really didn't have a major issue.
Yeah, I'll drop some comments on your video because I have some thoughts about how the film feels a little different in the tone between the musical score change. It's pretty nifty. For people who hear it, there are at least 4 known different cuts, possibly 6 or 7 of them out there. But anyway, I'll drop the info in Joker Voice's thing for you if you guys want it. In his comment for his video. See, I'll help promote it. There you go.
Hello, Mr. Pickle Trunk.
What do I got coming up? I'm on the Dracula thing on Jacob's channel next week, which you will get to hear my rant about how awesomely short these films are, how the pacing is awesome, how modern filmmakers need to learn how to stop sucking with pacing and making 6-hour films to tell a 2-hour story. Even when they're good, even when like John Wick 3 and 4, which I like and love and like, they should have broken up into 2 films, like each, because it's anyway. You can hear my rants on that, and then what else? I'll be on, I think, Nerd Portal's one of his streams on Monday night.
Nice.
And then am I on any of your upcoming streams, Roman? Because you know better than I do.
Actually, I have nothing going on. I literally have nothing planned for next week. I have to pull it together this weekend to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do next week. Yeah. I don't know. Well, sometimes I know this next week. Well, I have no fucking idea.
There is another prophecy film out there, Roman.
No.
Yeah. It was
Wait. Hey, Roman. I have heard it mentioned on this show a few times. Why not Highlander?
Yes. Why not Highlander?
I do want to do Highlander. I don't think I can pull it together by next week, though, because we'll want to pull together. Actually, we can, let's look at Highlander in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Next week
you can put me down for that one.
Highlander stream, so we'll plan on that. Put it in your calendar for those of you who want to be on the Highlander stream. And then
for this week, never for this week, never ending story.
Yes. Yeah, no, fuck no. Next week
Fifth
is going to
Element.
be probably a free-range
Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element.
Yes,
The Fifth Element.
Fuck and no. Fuck and
Fifth Element.
heavy.
Fifth Element.
Fucking no.
Big
It's gonna
Trouble
be-
in Little China.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Two
Fifth
girls, one
Element
cup.
coming to you
No.
live
No.
from on
No.
location from
Hey,
the
Roman, I got
Olive
one
Garden.
for you. Roman,
Barbie.
everyone on can bring up an obscure horror film that they had to everyone watch. To get everyone to watch it. That'd be a cool topic.
Human Centipede.
Anyway, that's as far as I got going.
No, see how it gets bad just immediately, Matt. No. So
Curse of the Bald Werewolf.
Jacob, what do you have coming up? For the love of God, come up with something.
Okay. Well, tomorrow night I will be on Potato Raven's channel.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
love
sure what's
Revan.
going on, but
Revan's
I'm sure
great.
it'll be a good time.
Revan's great.
Saturday I'm doing Washington Irving Ghost Stories with Teresa Martin and who else? JT Gunn.
Gosh, stop.
Nice. Uh-oh.
And Tuesday, Halloween night, Dracula, 1931. Be a good time.
Yep.
Be there.
Excellent.
Excited for that one.
And then next Thursday, I will be on Nerdporial's Chill Stream. So that'll be fun.
Traitor.
So,
All right.
so you
God,
you won't be here for the Fifth Element then, right? That was your
No,
saying.
it makes me so sad that I won't be.
Next week will be the Spider Element on Roman of the Empire.
I hate my show. I hate my own show at this point.
No, it's going to be a Olive Garden mukbang.
Mother of God.
Roman Beard just won't show up, and there'll be a giant spider in front of his camera. Host the show.
Beard, what do you got coming up next week, buddy?
Let's see. This Saturday, 9 p.m. Central, I'll be on with R to the Icky on After the Weekend. And we're going to have special guest, a buddy of mine, Aaron from the I Had to Say It podcast. And we'll be talking some pop culture things. We're kind of still getting everything settled on as to what the topics will be. But the Pinkett Smith stuff's going to be in there. We have opinions. And then
I wish
Tuesday,
they'd fall off a fucking cliff. I'm so sick of hearing about them. I'm sorry. Carry on.
we got to cash in on it. You know, if you're tired of it, just piss off. It's fine. Tuesday, I'll be there with Jacob and everybody else for Dracula.
Right on.
Nice.
And then anything else, who knows what's going to happen. So, you know, I'm just
Fifth Element.
I'm a stream
Fifth Element.
Of course.
Dracula
obviously,
needs
Fifth
a
Element.
woman. Dracula needs a woman. That's the way I remember it from Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
So James, the Jinja Ninja, the brilliant artist who can display his art at this time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, thank you again for having me on tonight. It was a pleasure.
My God,
there you
dude.
go. Yeah.
Wow.
Good Lord.
That is cool.
I don't know who else is going to bid on this, James, but I am definitely got my money on it because that
he did
is
that
extraordinary
in about 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah. That was
Wow.
again, it was whenever you're drawing stuff, you have to have that right kind of environment, and you guys just,
man,
shoot
that
the
thing
shit talking about a
is-
great movie was just it
Woof.
was inspirational. I appreciate it. And again, it's always fun to come on here and hear all the knowledge dropped about these movies that we always love to watch, like The Fifth Element, and yeah. As far as me, I'm just getting ready for the Comic Cons coming up. They're going to be starting here. I'm heading out in a month. We got one in Okinawa and one in Tokyo coming up, so I'm just preparing stuff for that.
Are you going to make San Diego next year, James?
Yeah, including little Christmas ornaments. I'm making Christmas ornaments now.
Oh,
Yay.
wow.
Oh,
I've
nice.
been seeing the show that. Hey, wait, James, let me blow you up here. I've been
So
seeing
this
your
is.
posts.
I also like to do woodworking, so I cut these blocks and I do paintings on
That's
these.
cool.
So I've only got 2 of them done so far, so I'm going to do a whole bunch more of these.
Wow.
Put those up, sell them at the cons.
Wow.
If you're looking for one for like a Christmas tree or a Halloween tree, hit me up. And I'm also preparing. Speaking of Halloween, doing a little bit of preparation for a little costume. This is a sneak peek. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I wonder who this
Okay.
could be. Who could this could be? There we go.
Hmm.
Sneak peek at that. That'll be coming
I
up.
know who that's going to be.
Right
That'll
on.
be cool.
Wow.
You don't really need that. You just need one of these.
Oh, there we go. Oh, baby knife. Do. But thanks again for having me on, man. This is a pleasure.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight you got art, you got movies, you have something resembling culture, but that's mostly the rest of us.
You got a little echo in there.
We did,
That
but no
would be
spider. No spider.
That, and no, don't blame the spider. Let's let him sleep. He's fine. He's resting. So, but for everyone else, thank you to the panel tonight. This has been wonderful. And thank you to that 70s rock fan who had to drop out earlier. But I always love to get him in here. Man, he has such a wonderful perspective on things. He's a Scottish man living in Canada. I'm so confused right now.
Yeah.
I want to kill me because my kilt doesn't fit just right. So, you know, I love him. He's a beautiful guy. And
Okay, now I'm picturing Roman in a really short kilt.
Yeah,
thanks,
man. Not good there. Let's clear your minds of that in favor of almost everything else. So, God damn it. And thank you to the chat tonight. You guys are always wonderful, and you always bring so much into our show that we get to talk about. So thank you to the chat and the panel. And for the panel, remember, go check out these guys. All their information is in the description for the show. So go in there, click, and subscribe.
Yeah, hit up my Twitter so you can just see me repost everybody else's stuff.
Aside from Shieldwall, go in and check out everybody else's stuff. But this has been a fun show. So I want to thank everybody who showed up tonight. It's always this is what I was talking about before. We don't always talk about stuff we don't like. For a film like this, we talk about something we love and we laugh about it for a couple hours and talk about the bright spots that are out there in the creative world. So you can do it, guys. Don't fuck it up.
It's just unfortunate that most of the stuff we're talking about is older than 10 years.
Yeah, it is. So when we talk about modern stuff, we're usually talking about something we're making fun of and not in a good way. But this stuff we love. This stuff is fun.
Which is why it's really refreshing to come on the show and just talk about good movies that we enjoy. And it's just
like
refreshing.
The Fifth Element.
Yes.
Ignore the Fifth Element.
And other French-made films.
I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Ask you all to look out for each other. The modern environment is
be prepared.
Even aside from Joker, is a mildly terrifying world. So watch out for each other.
And
there's good and evil in the world. And
seeing me with these people that are showing sharp objects. Look at me. My head's off. Come on. It's dangerous.
And Roman, this is a YouTube, possibly world first, of a man painting with a chainsaw. So
yes,
there you go.
Yes.
You could
claim that.
Claim that.
That was groovy.
So there we are, folks.
Groovy.
Until next time, be kind.
Toodles.
Have a good one, everybody.